California says, brevity is the soul of wit. So that's my speech. I have a captive audience. So I just have to have, you know. All right, here we go. Aging. You can't live without it, so you may as well accept it. Recently, in a moment of introspection and self-inspection, I took particular note of changes and deficiencies in my physical state of being. We have 5 senses, and in my case, all of them seem to be diminishing. Eyesight, that's the easy one to measure. I have worn eyeglasses since childhood, but now have floaters, tiny little gray spots. That's it is about my eyes, and are especially noticeable on bright sunny days. Usually my brain tunes them out, but they are nevertheless a constant companion. I plan to keep my eye on them. Unlike eyesight, the loss of hearing is very subtle. A year ago, it became so obvious to me that I was missing comments on TV and the cinema and from Patricia. I relented and got fitted out with a hearing aid. It's 2 tiny little things, hardly noticeable when stuck in each ear, and does help a bit. But the costly stereo system would be a waste of money in my case. Any savings on that purchase was spent buying the hearing aids. Then comes taste. And then comes taste. I no longer indulge in purchasing costly wines. I cannot tell the difference between a Chateau Lafite Rothschild and a $5 bottle of Merlot. Otherwise, I still enjoy a good meal, though perhaps some of the nuances are somewhat diminished. The next change is not really a sense, unless you want to include balance and flexibility as senses. Once I could put on my underwear and trousers while standing up. Now bending over and trying to insert 1 foot at a time into each leg opening becomes a dangerous procedure, especially the second leg stage of the operation. If, God forbid, the big toe gets I'm left balancing on the other foot and for a few seconds before tumbling over and ending up on the floor. So these days I must put my underwear and trousers on seated on a bed or a chair. Patricia and I enjoy hiking. Lately I noticed other walkers passing me, particularly when climbing hills. This was not the case years ago. Last month, Patricia and Pete completed a 100-kilometer charity walk. I did the first 25 kilometers. Everyone passed me.
That's because you were talking to everyone.
Yeah. You're just a kind. Okay. Hair.
Oh, yeah.
I'm losing it where I want it and getting it where I don't. Top of my head is seeing daylight for the first time in decades. My ears and nostrils are sprouting little tufts. Teeth, or I should say gums.
It's all familiar.
I've not had a cavity since 1958. Yeah, I know, pretty good.
Wow.
That's American dentistry. But it's gums that are the vulnerable issue, and specifically periodontal disease. So to save my teeth, the gums must be cut back on occasion and cow powder added to help rebuild lost bone. It's costly, but I have 31 out of 32 teeth in my mouth. I asked my dentist for a 3% discount for cleaning, since I only have 97% of a full set. He turned me down. Memory loss. I never was very good at memorizing things, like people's names. Now it's worse. Where did I leave those keys, my hearing aids, my precious iPhone? Well, actually not the iPhone. It's always near me. Somehow, Patricia knows where all this stuff is, even if she's out of the flat. I just call her and she tells me where to look. Okay, a little bit more. A few years ago, my doctor measured my height. And he told me I lost 2 inches since my youth. I said it was normal. He said it was normal and I'd continue to lose height until I was the size of a baby. Yeah, funny guy, my doc. I'm sorry he retired. Well, a sense of humor is especially important as we age. So what are the advantages of aging, you may ask? Well, there are senior discounts. I take them whenever offered, and I do not hesitate asking for them if it's unclear. I'm offered a seat from time to time on the underground, usually by some thoughtful and well-meaning young person. I consider the gesture a mixed blessing. It's sending a signal I would rather not accept. I try to refuse the offer, but if the Samaritan insists, I reluctantly accept and attempt to conceal my feelings of shame and decrepitude. I have a strategy now when entering the underground. First, I try to grab a seat. No one can offer me their seat if I'm already sitting in one. Second, if no seat is available, go to the end of the carriage and stand as far away as possible from any seating area. Most importantly, with age comes a measure of wisdom. While I cannot hear as well, I can listen better, sympathize and empathize. With experience comes perspective, tolerance, patience, and understanding. That's what Patricia has with doubts about. While I cannot walk as fast as in years past, I have more time to contemplate the scenery, which unfolds at a slower pace. And there's a difference between eyesight and vision. Perhaps as we lose one, we gain the other. I hope this essay is helpful and informative for the next generation, so they can anticipate what lies ahead in their future. We should all be grateful for these little frustrations, considering the alternative.